This is a rock that ironically I found. I believe this was up near Petoskey, Michigan, approximately 3 years ago, either today or yesterday, to get exact with a date. How cool is that? This is a piece of basalt, and then this red inlay is actually red jasper. But the shape of it, you know. Well, since it's going to be Valentine's Day in about 2 days, I just thought I'd bring out this collection of antique Valentines that my grandma has saved since she was a child. These were mostly from classmates of hers back in the 1920s that were given to her back in Toledo, Ohio, where we're all from. There's a couple that are my favorite, and I'll show you really quickly. This is one. And as you can see, many of these are pop-up style. I'm so glad she saved these. I've looked at them a few times, and I recently found them again after like 10 years and started going through them, and they are amazing. So here's this one. You're a daisy. I think that's so cute. This one was from my grandma's sister. My great aunt Lizzie was her name. And you can tell this is obviously from the 1920s, judging by the hairdo and the design and everything like that. This lady. I think that's awesome. This had to have been probably an expensive card back in the day. My great aunt Lizzie, she was older than my grandma, I think by about 10 years or so. And she was actually a model for a department store that was pretty popular in Toledo and Detroit, Michigan. And she was one of the ladies that would stand next to like the new refrigerators. And she was called a floor model. I kind of followed suit throughout high school. I did some modeling and stuff, but I wasn't as good as her. She was, I guess, a very awesome lady. She passed away before I was born, unfortunately. This is another favorite of mine. You can read it there. And then when you open it, can get it. Sorry. Okay, here's this. Aww. I like it. Here's another one. They don't make them like these anymore. It's like there's a little pin here and she pivots. My grandma's name was Leora from Cleo. And I love that name. Cleo Lavigne. And then lastly, I found this. I can get it out here. Okay. This was from my mom to my grandma. I think that's awesome. My mom's name was Diana. She passed away when I was 21 years old. She was a kindergarten teacher for 32 years. She had a master's degree in education by the time she was 25 years old and could have taught K through 12, but she chose to teach kindergarten the entire time. She was totally a model teacher for early education to this day, from the school district where I grew up. She's very well recognized, and I miss her so much. And I miss my grandma too. So I'm grateful she saved all these awesome Valentines for me. Her and I thought a lot alike. We appreciate the same kind of things. So, all right, next I'll be back with my rocks. All right, in keeping with the theme with Valentine's Day, these are my #1 favorite rocks. I can't lie. These are my Lake Superior agates. In this entire batch, this bowl full, which there's actually a lot in here. I found all these this past summer up in northern Minnesota. So I couldn't believe it, and I still really can't to this day, because I thought this stuff was only the kind of thing you would see in like rock hunting like books and pamphlets that you would find in museums and stuff, or oh hey, or you know, what do you call it? The tourist places where, oh, this is what you can find up here, and it's like, yeah, right. It's like winning the freaking Powerball. Well, I won it. I found that one in near Brainerd, Minnesota. I think I was up there for 2 days, and I believe it was at the campground I was staying at, and I've been there for about 3 years straight now. We go every August for the NHRA drag races. Anyway, I think a plow truck, a snow plow truck, kind of pushed off the snow behind, it was back behind a dumpster, because I was taking out the garbage, and I found this up in this like upheaved pile of dirt. And it just, I don't know, living up here, you know how it is when I can just tell when places have been plowed and whatever, even in the middle of the summer. It was like a remnant that got torn up out of the ground from a snowplow. And I found it. Just awesome. This is truly something that I've only seen in books. Just crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes. There's a few others. This was another one of them. That was awesome. They're all awesome. They're all beautiful. If anybody ever gets to go up to northern Minnesota in the Brainerd Lakes region up towards Duluth, you gotta look for these. I mean, you'll see them in parking lots of all places if there's gravel, because that's what it's mixed in. Instead of like around here, it's all limestone and chert. Up there, you get agate. It's insane. The loves of my life. Lastly, this is a rock called Cladophora, as well as this one. And in a recent video of mine, this is one that I found down at Grant Park Beach in South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right before New Year's this year. And I hand polished this. This is the Cladophora that is basically in the raw. I'm trying to highlight the details of this. This rock or stone, whichever you prefer to call it, it is approximately 1.6 billion years old. So this is definitely the oldest thing that I have in any of my collections as far as my rocks, even fossils. This is one of the oldest fossils on the planet. There are some theories that this is a type of red algae. The date range of it can go back to almost 3 billion years old. It's one of the first cellular organisms that is known to have existed on planet Earth. You can see the leaf-like kind of structure, and I think it's very cool that these come from the Great Lakes in North America. Not so pretty. This is all, this is limestone based. I'm kind of tempted to put this in some vinegar and let it dissolve, but yet I don't want to ruin any of these inlays. It's just insanely fascinating to me. Yeah. Cladophora. All right, well, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Sorry I couldn't get out on the beach this weekend. Like I said, I've been on call. You know, just waiting to get paged into work. I'm sure I'll have something to do tomorrow there at my hospital. But next weekend, I am going to be back over on the other side of Lake Michigan, opposite from where I am, for a little while. So I'm going to go, and of course, and, go venture out to Pilgrim Haven down by South Haven, Michigan. And there's a couple other beaches that are going to be new to me. But there's going to be a pretty big snowstorm that's going to be blowing through there the day I'm driving out there. So we'll see how this all pans out. But, you got to be excited about something in the future, To me, that's going out to try and find some rocks and glass and stuff. So snowstorms don't faze me one bit. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for putting up with me. I'll see you soon.